Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're actually breaking the game today. You want to win some DP battles? This is the YouTube video for you. Let's get into it. All right, starting now, guys, there was a few misconceptions about the last list that I made. So I really want to go over exactly how DP battles are won, right? Because the first thing to winning a DP battle is you have to understand how they're played, how they're won. I had a lot of people commenting in the last video that it's all about the health. How much health you have determines whether you're going to win or lose. Me and my team, we went back and we figured out, okay, well, we took two characters with more health that or about equal health as the three characters. Then we had the two characters do all the damage to the three characters. So that means that we had 61,000 health points with the three characters, meaning it was like Chaozu, Kid Gohan, and so forth. And then there was a Raccoon and a Nappa on the other team, and the Chaozu was up first. The Chaozu does one hit, and he wins the game, even though Nappa and Raccoon had more health and did more damage. So your health only matters whenever you have the same amount of characters left. It counts characters. It doesn't care about your health. So there was a misconception there. We had a lot of people commenting saying that, we don't know what we're talking about. Our list is fraudulent. Okay, all that has been debunked. We were absolutely right. So we know the win condition now is characters, and then after characters, so if you have equal amount of characters, then it's going to be your health. Okay, so now that we know the win condition and what we need to do to win the game, well, let's think of ways that would help us. And we're also going to build some teams together, talk about different characters that you may pick. So that way we can get you guys winning DP battles. Okay, so the first thing that I would say, the most broken thing in the entire DP battle game, right, is health auto recover. Okay, so here's how it works. So for example, all the characters on standby. So if you have 5 characters, for example, and one of them is on the field, and then 4 of them are on standby, those 4 characters gain health every second. So the way it works for the amount is you gain 1 health bar every 60 seconds that you're on standby. So the goal when you're playing DP battle, if this is the only thing you remember is this in the win condition, this will put you way above the rest of the people because they have no idea how to win DP battles or how to build teams. And we're going to go over how to build the best teams for you guys and what I think the best teams are for DP battles. And I guarantee you your win ratio will drastically increase after this video. So to get right into it, so health auto recover, you gain 1 bar every 60 seconds with every single character that is standby. So what I see people do is when they play DP battles, they wait until they're like 1 bar of health or maybe 1.5 bars, and then they transform. That's wrong. That is so wrong. Don't do that. So what you're going to do is the first time your opponent puts you in a combo, for example, and you were separated from your opponent for a really any comfortable distance where you can decently get a switch out, then you go ahead and switch out, right? Like every chance you get, you switch out to the next character, and then the next time you take damage, you're going to switch out to the next character. The race that I'm asking you to do, I'm asking you to make sure that you get 4 characters that have taken a little bit of damage. Let's say half a health bar, maybe 1 health bar of damage, just a little bit of damage. But you need to get them out of the battlefield as soon as possible. Because here's the most broken mechanic in the game, guys. If it takes 60 seconds to replenish 1 bar of health, and that is applied over 4 characters, that means your entire team is collectively getting 1 health bar every 15 seconds. That is that is so broken. I don't think people register how broken that is. You gain 1 health bar every 15 seconds with this method. Now, here's another thing. People said we were crazy about our last list, that higher DP characters are definitely better. And they said it's crazy that we put Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta at the bottom and all these amazing characters. Let's think about this. If I have a 3 character team, let's say I have 3 characters, the maximum regeneration for health that I can do is going to be 60 divided by the number of characters that are not on the field. So if I have 3, that means I have 2 on standby, 1 on the field. That essentially means 1 health bar every 30 seconds. If you have 5 characters, that number doubles. It's 1 every 15 seconds. You're gaining health 2 times faster if you have 5 characters. And you're switching out so often, the likelihood that that character with 10 DP is going to be able to kill a single character that you own is very low, by the way. But let's go into another statistic about DP and how it relates and first stuff. DP dictates how long your character has to be in the battlefield. So for example, if you have Mr. Satan or Hercule, right? He only has to be in the battlefield for 5 seconds. That's it, 5 seconds. And then he can switch out. Watch his switch meter. It skyrockets up. Now, go choose a character like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He's a 10 DP. It takes him 43 seconds because he's 10. So the time it takes for you to be able to switch out to your next character is directly correlated with your DP. Meaning, if you want to switch out faster than your opponent, you need to pick lower DP characters. Now, just to give you guys some numbers for the first couple ones, right? 1 is 5 seconds, 2 is 10 seconds, 3 is 15 seconds, 4 is 19 seconds, and 5 is 23 seconds. I would advise you to pick characters that are 5 or less. I used to like putting like Kefla on my team. She was 6, and she was a really solid 6. But when you put Kefla on your team, and let's say you put a 3, now you're at 9. You put another 3, that makes you at 12. Then you put a 2 and a 1. So either you're going to have 3 2s, and a 3 and a 6, or you're going to have a 6, a 3, 3, 2, 1. Right, like that's your options. Let's think about this. If you want to swap through every character, I no longer think Hercule is the best character for DP battles, because knowing the health auto recover, that means you want to have 5 characters that can fight and stay in the battlefield. That being said, you would also like to have the ability to switch out quicker, so that way you can get your health auto recover with all your characters going quickly without losing too much health. So all this stuff is huge, guys. You know, especially I see a lot of people, they'll come in with a 10 DP character and then a 5 DP character, and that's their team. Well, that's ridiculous. That's literally ridiculous in the health auto recover standpoint. Their maximum amount of health is 60 per minute. That's all they can recover. Whereas a person with 5 people on their team, not only do they have more health because they have more characters, not only do they have more characters that they have to go through in order to get the win condition. So, for example, if I have, let's say, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and a Goku, right? That's 15, and that's 2 characters. That is absolutely terrible, because that team has to kill 3 of your characters just to break even. Just to break even. Now they have to kill 4 in order to win, or kill 3 and still have more health than you by the time on your 4th week. The likelihood of that is extremely low, especially if you're switching out and using the health auto recover technique that we're talking about in this video, right? So if you're using that, it's going to be really hard, because here's the thing, they only have 6 minutes. The timer for DP battles is 360 seconds or 6 minutes. That's all the time they have. So if you are switching out constantly and you're getting a health bar, every 15 seconds your team is collectively getting a health bar, that means you're getting 4 health bars every minute. That means that you're literally replenishing an entire character every minute. That is insane. So I would say this is the meta for DP battles. Now, a lot of people will say, well, what about Broly? Whenever he's good, he's a 5. And don't get me wrong, I think he's good. What about Android 19? He has False Courage. What about all these characters? I have developed a fighting style that can be used with any character and what it does is it makes it where your opponent's armor is removed from their character, where you could do any combo you want to your opponent anytime, any character. That includes beating giants. And the other thing is, that fighting style I put into a small video for you guys, and it's how to beat giants. So I'll leave a link in the description below for how to beat giants if you're wondering how to get around False Courage with Android 19 or Dr. Gero, or I know Max Power Roshi has it. Raccoon has it. A lot of characters have it where they put heavy armor on their character. I teach you how to get around that, so that way you guys can fight like normal. And another thing is, it really catches people off guard. Like they come in there with their armor on and they try to grab you, and when you start flinching them like it's not even on, it really psychologically messes with them. It's not as good as people think. It's just that people haven't adapted and understood how to fight around it, right? So whenever you're setting up your team, let's go over this real quick. When you're setting up your team, guys, what DP characters should you go and get? First off, I like to rule out Mr. Satan at this point. Like, don't get me wrong, he's good if you're trying to force play a level 10, or not a level 10, but like a level 7, for example. Let's say you want to play Vegito, then Mr. Satan being a 5th character, he's extremely good for that purpose. Other than that, I would try to advise you, do not pick DP characters that are 6 and above. Try to stick with 5 and below. That way your whole team can have solid fighters on the entire team. I don't want like 3 2s, a 3, and a 6. I don't think the 6 is going to make up for the 3 the difference between a 2 and a 3 that it's going to come in. I mean, if you think so, by all means, pick whatever you want. It's your game. I'm just trying to arm you guys with the best information possible, so that way you guys can go out there and do even better than you do today. So I would say pick 5 DP and lower. Let's go over a few characters in the 2 DP, the 3 DP, the 4, and the 5. Right? Let's go over some characters, so that way you guys have some really solid characters to pick in these DP ranges. So in DP battle, let's say for 2 DP, I like Master Roshi the best. That being said, I'm more of a hands-on fighter. I don't use skills and blast like a lot of people. So I usually just give people the hands all game. If you like using skills, this would probably not be the character for you. Me personally, I really like Roshi. He has really good stats. I love his smash attacks. It's really good. Another notable mention for the same reason is Spopovich. Spopovich has extremely good stats for a 2. The 2 characters I just named are stronger than Goku. Base form, I should say. They're stronger than base form Goku, but they have 2 DP. The only thing is you don't have the really good skills. So, if you're going to play these characters, you need to make sure that you know what you're doing, or I would say, even better yet, it's better to play with these characters so that way you don't get so dependent on skills. Can I use skills? Absolutely. Does it elevate my gameplay? Absolutely. Do I need them? I don't even use them, so obviously not. So I think it just makes the foundation of you as a player better. That being said, nothing against the people that do use skills. So let's go into characters that have really good skills as 2s. You have Yajirobe. He is Senzu Bean. Honestly, he's just generally really good. I mean, it costs 6 for a Senzu Bean. That means that with nobody attacking you, it's going to take you 15 seconds per skill point. So that's what, 1 minute and 30 seconds before he can use the Senzu Bean. So that's really not all that long, but that is a long time essentially, I guess. But here's the thing: when you get punched, like when someone punches you, or if you vanish, like let's say you hit the guard button at the correct time to vanish a move, you gain extra skill points. So that 1 minute and 30 seconds is not 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's closer to 60 seconds. Because if they're beating the crap out of you, then your skill points are going to go up faster than that time limit. So don't think that, 15 seconds and that's it. And it's, I get 6 of them. It's like you have bonuses in that game to make it where you'll get it faster. So we have Yajirobe. Some other notable mentions are After Image Strike crew. So if you like After Image Strike, you have Videl and you have Master Roshi. Those are 2 big ones that we name. Now I'm not going to go over every single character in the game for the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 5s. I'm just trying to give you guys some really good choices, so that way if you need some help, right? So okay, so that we went over the 2s real quick. Let's go over the 3s. Bar none, Raccoon. Period. Best character, best 3 in the game. Like there's no arguing that. Like he has high tension. He's a power class character. That means he has the defense of Beerus, and he has the offense of Super Saiyan Goku, and he has 45,000 health. That is so ridiculous for a 3 DP character. And he has instant sparking. And his smash attacks are really good. Raccoon, hands down, best 3 in the game. No question. That I really personally like, yet again, for the same reason I told you guys earlier, I don't really use skills. I just give people hands all day. I like Nappa. He's a bulky character, but he kind of moves pretty quick, and his grab is super fast. So Nappa I really enjoy, but he doesn't have the skills like Raccoon has instant sparking, and we'll go over a few more 3s that have really good skills, right? So some other notable mentions for 3s, you have Dodoria, same thing. You have False Courage with Dodoria, so you do have that. But, like, he has 1 good skill. But he's really strong for a 3, like just stat-wise. Now, what about characters that have really good skills? Because maybe you rely more on skills than you do stats. There's 2 notable mentions that come to my head. Yamcha, which has I think he has After Image, and I want to say he has 2 really good ones. I don't know if it's instant sparking in After Image or what it is, but I know he has 2 solid ones. It's been a minute since I went through all the characters' skills and blasts, so it's hard to remember 182 different characters. but I remember him having two really solid ones. Then you have Raditz, who has slightly higher stats than Yamcha, but he only has one good skill. I think it's an instant sparking on his behalf. So he gets instant sparking. Um, but he has a dash, but I want you guys to be aware that whenever Raditz uses his dash, he's susceptible for them to rebound and recover to combo you. So if you hit them with the dash, they can punish you afterwards before you can move. So that's just something to know with Raditz. Don't use the dash from the super unless you're going to kill them with it. Um, just for that one reason, because they can punish you. But if you like instant sparking for a 3, Raccoon, Raditz, they have it. I'm not sure what Yamcha's other one is. It's either explosive wave or instant sparking, I think. It's one of those two, and I know he has like after image. So that would be really good characters. As for 4s, I think there's 3 4s that stand above the rest to me, right? The first one is Ginyu. I know a lot of people are going to be like, there's so many better 4s than Ginyu. But there's a specific reason why I said Ginyu that stands above the rest. He is an instant sparking and an unblockable ultimate. But this unblockable ultimate isn't like any of the other ultimates. It changes bodies with your opponent, and it does several things. One, it essentially gets rid of a high DP character. Imagine if you're playing the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta team, right? And then you see a Ginyu go instant sparking and then start spamming you with Ki Blast where you basically can't move and you're just sitting there blocking, and then he does an unblockable ultimate with the Ki Blast, and now you might have 1 health bar as Ginyu, where I just took your Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and I might have 4 bars as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now that's obviously an extreme scenario, but regardless, I took the character away from you. Now all that 10 DP was lost to a 4 character. So even if the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta dies, you know, which is not the optimal scenario for the person that sold the body, but it still took 10 DP character away from your opponent. And that's huge because whenever you body change with someone, they can't use your skills. So for example, let's say they're using Vegeta with After Image Strike. If you take that Vegeto's body, you know, in between the After Image Strikes, obviously, but if you take his body, he no longer gets that move. He can't use any supers or any skills. So like Ginyu is a really solid, he's like a wild card that you could just throw out and it instantly negates one character on their team. And a lot of people, they use like these characters, like for example, if they use like a big character like a giant and you don't know how to deal with it, just use your Ginyu. It's a get out of jail free card for any character they have. If you're like, this is a problem character for me, regardless of his DP, if that's a problem for you, get rid of it with Ginyu. So that's why I like Ginyu. Anyways, so the next character I would like to say is Sword Trunks. So you can actually sidestep out of vanish combos with Sword Trunks, meaning like if I super counter that as Sword Trunks, I'm going to win the Vanish Exchange, and then I'm going to Dragon Dash around you. And then if you super counter me, I'm going to Vanish and then sidestep out. So I win the super counter again, and you get combo. So no matter if I win or if you win, no matter who wins, I'm going to end up winning the overall because I could sidestep out every time and combo you. So like that is an extremely powerful 4. So yeah, that's a very high level. The next one's going to be Bardock, right? Bardock is, which I mean, I guess you could. I'm gonna put Bardock and Adult Gohan like together because you could do either one. They're really solid. Bardock has Shockwave of Rebellion, which is basically an explosive wave that puts him into instant sparking. I see a lot of people, they'll do the explosive wave and the instant sparking. Then they'll immediately do their dash super or their dash blast. And whenever they do that, whenever it's over, they still have enough sparking left to do their ultimate. That right there does 80% of a normal character's health. Just that one move alone. Like that one combo of Shockwave Rebellion dash into ulti is about 32,000 ish damage. Like that right there just wiped an entire character. Um, and don't get me wrong, they're good at vanishing. They could vanish the explosive wave. They could step through the explosive wave. But the problem with the explosive wave is there's no telegraphing. So when it happens, it just happens, and there's no way to tell that it's going to happen until it happens. So like the likelihood that they're going to be able to time it is extremely low. But you could step through it with invincibility frames. I'm pretty sure you can actually vanish through it too, like just like hitting guard after punches, like not vanishing as in hitting guard when it hits you, but if you hit guard a little early, I'm pretty sure that would work, but the timing would be like you would have to be impeccable. So the best way though is to vanish it when it comes out, and you just watch his skill point bar, and when it's at 4, yeah, that's when that's when you can expect it to come out, and that's when you're looking for it to vanish as quick as it comes out. So that being said, really good move, very broken. Adult Gohan, if I'm not mistaken, I know he has at minimum 1, but I'm pretty sure, I think he has after image maybe with another, I think it's like explosive wave and after image or something like that. So he has like 2 skills that are very useful. So yeah, like that, he's just really good, and his stats are a lot higher than the rest of the. I think he's definitely higher than Ginyu and Bardock, because those characters their stats aren't that high. They're just like gimmicky characters, and that's why they're there. As for 5s, I don't think a lot of people are very good against armor characters, so therefore that's why a lot of people pick Broly. I don't think Broly's all that great, to be honest. Just because as people learn the game more and more, like they're gonna figure out how to get around the armor, because people watch videos like my How to Beat Giant video, and then they're just gonna beat the crap out of your Broly. So like the information will get out eventually, but right now I would say 99.8% of the people that play this game have no idea how to play against it. So take advantage of it. You know, Broly's a good pick. Obviously you have your Goku, that's good. I can't remember if Frieza's 6. Actually, like for the 5s, there's a lot of good options. If you like After Image Strike, by the way, I know Zamasu has it, but that being said, like I'm not going to go over the 5s too much. I don't really recommend 5s too much. I think having 4s, 3s, and 2s is the way to go. I think you can have, let's see, I think the best team is like, let's see, 2 4s, 2 3s, and a 2, like for example, because there's some really solid 4s. So but if you wanted, you could do a 5, 3 3s. 3 3s is what, 9 points, and then yeah, so you'd have to go to Mr. Satan. So you would have to go like 5, 2 3s, and 2 2s. Like that would probably be the best bet with the 5. But I think 2 4s, 2 3s, and a 2 is the best. Like I really like, going like Ginyu Trunks or Ginyu Bardock, and then going Raccoon Nappa. Like that's just my choice for 3s. But I mean, I really like Raditz too. Like he's really good. Another 4 that I really like is Tien. I think he's very underrated. His stats are okay. It's higher than Goku base stats, and he has Solar Flare, and I think he has Wild Sense. So some pretty good skills. His smash attacks are really good. His combos are really good. His speed's really good. So yeah. Anyways, all right. So we'll get away from characters. I just kind of want to recap a little bit before we end the video. So just so you guys know, the higher the DP, the longer your character has before it has to switch out. Whenever you go like whenever your character's on standby, they recover key as well, by the way, but they recover their health, one health bar every 60 seconds. So you want to switch through them as quickly as possible, so that way you can have all your characters gaining health at the same time. So yeah, and then so slower DPS, switch out as quickly as you can. And when I say quickly as you can, if your character's at full health, there's no reason to switch out, right? Like lose at least half a health bar or a whole health bar before you switch. But yeah, like like if you lost half a health bar, switch. Like that just means that that character's healing. Like you might as well get him healing as fast as possible. I would say if you lose half a health bar, go ahead and switch out. That would be my rule of thumb. Half a health bar or more, switch, and just keep cycling through as much as you can. But yeah, as for we already went over, like I personally think 3-3-2 is like some of the best stuff. You could pick like a 4-4 is 8, 3-3 is what 6. Oh man, that's 14. Isn't that's a 16? Y'all probably already clicked off the video. You said 16. All right, so what I would probably do then is I would do a 4-3-3-3-2, right? So that's 9 plus 4 plus 2. That right there, that's a good solid team. So 4 3-3s and a 2. I think I would do like Ginyu, Raccoon, Raditz, and Nappa for me. That would be me, and then a Master Roshi full power. Yeah, that would probably be a team like I would choose. Like I said, I'm not really a big skill player, as in using the character skills. So I just give people my hands. Other than that, guys, like let me know if you like the content. Right now, I'm working on some other stuff. Check out our stat spreadsheet. I actually just updated it. It shows you several new things. Like let's see, when the character key, like how much the character starts with the key. I have the character classes on there. What type of character is it? Is it a rival? Is it a god? Is it a power character? Is it, all the classifications for the characters that are on there. That's pretty cool. How much skill points they start with. Yeah. And let's see, what else? We're coming out with stuff every day. We're also working in the background on some other stuff. We just finally collected all the data from the game, so that way we have, just basically data mine the entire game, so that way we can look at the codes of the game. We're probably going to update the sheet to put the raw stats from the game code on there, just in case you guys are curious. Let's see. Other than that, I think that's about all I have for you guys this time. I'm a small YouTuber, guys, so if you watched till this time in the video, please leave a like and comment and subscribe. I try to read all the comments. It's been getting there's so many comments now that it's because I also have comments on the spreadsheets. I have comments on YouTube. I have people on Discord talking to me. So like my time is starting to get divided so much. And if I don't see your comment and I don't respond, I'm really sorry. I'm trying to, get around to everybody. And I'm always in the Discord. So if you really want to ask me something or talk to me, just join the Discord. The link's in the description. And if the link doesn't work for you, because some people said that, then let me know. I'll send you another one. It should work though. All the links today are now updated, so it should work. But there's also a link on the spreadsheets as well. And now the Discord link is permanent, so hopefully it will always work forever from now on. But anyways, yeah, guys, if you guys could, it helps me out so much when you guys leave a like and subscribe and stuff like that. It really does. I'm trying to, work as hard as I can to make sure I get you guys the best content that I possibly can out to you guys. The editing team is working around the clock. So until the next time, guys, I'll see y'all later.